Being fully present is easier than you might think. Once you understand the delusion that is within you, which is the conditioned thinking, you quite literally have to retrain your mind to be in the present moment. To be in the present moment is to start out with little things like just watch yourself when you're washing your dishes. Just be fully in the moment when you're washing your dishes. When you get up to go to the bathroom, watch your steps as you're moving. You have 2 seconds, 5 seconds to just slow down. You don't need to be in a hurry all of the time. Even if you are in a hurry, you have 2 seconds to just be here now. These little habits that you start to implement in your life, are you implementing them every single day? Or are you going unconscious? Because the second that you realize that you've gone unconscious, you're conscious again. So it's not a defeat. You're not a failure. And if you think you're a failure because you maybe slip back into unconsciousness, that's just more of the ego trying to trick you into its nonsense again. So don't feel bad if you slip into unconsciousness. Just recognize it and bring yourself back into the present moment gently. Don't judge yourself, because to judge yourself is more ego. See, you're not your mind. I repeat, you are not your mind. You are separate from your mind. You have thoughts that come and go like waves crashing in on the beach. But you are the essence behind all of the thinking. So when you start with those little moments of just being here now fully, you can grow every day and it becomes your natural state, which it is your natural state to be present. We just forget that that's our natural state. Now, to determine how present you really are is to see how you handle challenges. And I know, like, I repeat this a lot on my YouTube channel, but how quickly are you catching yourself every time a challenge arises? And if you go unconscious, are you catching it in the moment? Are you catching it just after the moment? Are you realizing that you're going unconscious? Is it 2 hours, 4 hours, 2 days later that you let yourself slip back into your ego? Because if you recognize the second that a problem arises, that you have this emotion that arises within you, instead of reacting to the situation, recognizing the emotion attached to the situation can have the potential to make you feel lighter, and it can have the potential to raise your vibration. So if you practice observing the emotion rather than reacting to the situation, you become expanded. You become more inside of yourself. You are driven more into your inner space if you make the choice to not react, to not let the world predict how you're going to feel, what emotions you're going to feel, what emotions you're going to attach to, and instead recognize that you have emotions that come and go depending on situations in your life, thoughts that come and go depending on situations in your life, And then there's the true you behind all of the things that continue to come and go in our experience. And you may wake up one morning and feel a sense of peace, a sense of knowing that no matter what happens, you can be okay. Because I don't care who you are, I don't care where you're from, problems are not going to stop. I'm sorry to break it to you, but it's just not going to happen. You don't have control over everything in this world. I don't care how good you are at manifestation, it just doesn't work that way. And, if I lose subscribers for saying that, then I guess I lose subscribers for saying that. But the only freedom that you have is learning how to detach from this world, which is learning how to detach from your thinking mind. So just start with little things, and hopefully you may catch yourself one day saying, wow, I knew the whole time, I just was unaware. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.